Excessively censored by YouTube and SPLC. This channel has been known to trigger leftists and trolls alike. Proceed with extreme caution. You have been warned.
A man was dying this morning on an MBTA platform, and instead of getting help, prosecutors say that another man robbed the victim and left him to die.
I struck the man in the face. That's what I did, which shouldn't have happened.
I think that's terrible. People are just awful nowadays.
Instead of snapping happy pics, police were snapping her mugshot instead.
The detective asked the defendant if he called 911 for the person who was in medical distress. The defendant stated no.
Wanted to understand why we're getting such a harsh punishment for something that usually just be
I looked at him like, excuse you, like, you know what I'm saying?
I think it was important to have it led by students because it's supposed to be our time to speak our opinion about it and to talk about what we really want because this is our generation that's getting impacted from it.
To me, I just feel like I was being bullied at the time and I couldn't defend myself and my child couldn't defend himself.
I think that's terrible. People are just awful nowadays.
Damn!
Now YouTube censored.
I'm mad as hell right now. Yes, I am.
Viewer discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
With time to spare,
Try to find the line in the book.
Justice Bureaus flips through her book, comparing it to what's on TV.
It has a lot more detail and it's a lot slower.
Not for school, but for fun, since this is day 3 of her suspension.
We just wanted to understand why we're getting such a harsh punishment for something that usually just be a write-up.
Last Wednesday, she and 6 of her friends walked out of William Chrisman High School to protest gun violence and remember the students killed in Florida. But instead of following others to the football field, which the school approved,
that's not what a walkout is.
The group walked towards the flagpole, then to this corner, and remained outside for more than 17 minutes. They each received a 5-day suspension.
I think it was important to have it led by students because it's supposed to be our time to speak our opinion about it and to talk about what we really want because this is our generation that's getting impacted from it.
It is your generation that is mainly causing the problem. What time they are not eating Tide Pods.
The Independent School District will not discuss individual students, but tells 41 Action News no student who held signs or walked out between 10 and 10:17 faced disciplinary action. Only students, they say, who refused to return to school beyond the allowed time, left school grounds without permission, and who were dismissive and disrespectful are the ones who would have been disciplined accordingly.
No matter what the consequences might be, you still have to stand up for what you believe in.
Live outside the Rock Hill Police Department.
Billie Jean, you were the only reporter to talk to that mom. What did she tell you?
Well, Sarah and Fred, that mother admitting to me that she punched the man out of anger. She says she was at the restaurant to celebrate her son's 2nd birthday, but instead of snapping happy pics, police were snapping her mugshot instead. Shakoya Long says she just lost it.
I just blanked.
When she overheard a man complaining about her son crying while eating at Luke's Tuesday night.
I looked at him like, excuse you, like, you know what I'm saying? My baby it's a baby. He's crying. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do that.
The 25-year-old mother says she was trying to ignore the man's complaints until she heard this.
I hear somebody yell loud. I can't hear myself talk.
Long says that's when she became angry and punched the man in the face.
I struck the man in the face. That's what I did, which shouldn't have happened.
Police were immediately called and Long was arrested and charged with assault and battery. In her mugshot, the tears flowing down her face. And when we asked why she punched the man, she became emotional once again.
For that to happen to me, I just feel like I was being bullied at the time. And I couldn't defend myself and my child couldn't defend himself. So that's why I blanked out like I did because I felt like I was being bullied.
Striking a man in the face over mere words sounds like the ability to defend oneself to me. Here's your reward.
We reached out to Luce, and while they had no comment about the incident, they did say they welcome customers of all ages. Much different from Caruso's restaurant in Mooresville, North Carolina, which banned kids under the age of 5.
I would not stop coming here, but this just makes us sure that when we come here, we're going to get the dining experience that we pay for.
Now, Shakoya Long just bonded out of the Rock Hill jail yesterday. But if she is found guilty of assault and battery, she could spend up to 30 days in jail. Reporting live in Rock Hill, Billie Jean Shaw, NBC Charlotte.
Deputies have made an arrest after a woman was stabbed in Greenville County during an argument. 24-year-old Shamaria Walton has been charged with attempted murder. Deputies say Walton argued with the victim yesterday morning and stabbed her 3 times. It happened near Fountain Inn. Lawrence County investigators told us the victim was thrown out of a car after being stabbed.
A man was dying this morning on an MBTA platform, and instead of getting help, prosecutors say that another man robbed the victim and left him to die. WBZ's Louisa Moeller picks up that story live tonight outside the downtown crossing station. Louisa?
Well, Liam, investigators say that suspect has more than 24 incidents on his record, but the crime he's accused of committing here could be the most heartless.
The Commonwealth has just filed a motion to revoke the defendant's bail.
30-year-old Anthony Stimson used a door to shield himself in court Wednesday. But prosecutors say his victim had no such defense when Stimson robbed him and left him to die at the downtown crossing T station. Around 3:30 this morning, a 52-year-old man named Willie Williams was standing on the Orange Line platform when he struggled to breathe and collapsed unconscious. Police say when Stimson showed up about 10 minutes later, he didn't call 911. Instead, cops claim he rummaged through Williams' belongings for 30 minutes, then stole his bottle of prescription pills.
Bad. I mean, this is not something you should do.
I think that's terrible. People are just awful nowadays.
EMS were called to the scene around 5, but it was too late for Williams. He was pronounced dead. Transit police reviewed surveillance video from the station and ID'd Stimson. He was found near a 7-Eleven just around the corner.
Detective asked the defendant if he called 911 for the person who was in medical distress. The defendant stated, "No, I know that guy. He used to date my mother. It's not a big deal."
Now Stimson is being held without bail, and those who use the train are wondering.
And if you obviously were to see something like that, what would you do? I would help them.
Stimson is due back in court on April 19th.
This Raleigh mother will appear in court today accused of a shocking crime.
Police say that is Breonna Lofton's hand putting a marijuana blunt to her 1-year-old's mouth. Well, take a look at this video. It's been shared more than 1 million times on Facebook. A man from New York saw it and he contacted police. Raleigh police then tracked down Lofton, arrested and charged her with felony child abuse. A Raleigh defense attorney sees the case as a staggering example of crowdsourced crime solving.
And it only took a matter of hours for it, like you said, to be shared, over 1 million times, and the police to be able to identify that person. That's amazing.
The baby is now in protective services. Court documents say the incident happened in December of 2017.
A Florida daughter, accused of carving her mother's eyeballs out with glass shards, allegedly yelled, "I am a murderer, I am a murderer," before being taken into custody for the gruesome attack. Camille Balla, 32, was arrested early Friday on suspicion of committing murder after the slashed-up body of her mother, Francisca Montero Balla, 55, was found in their blood-soaked Royal Palm Beach home. Balla handed over a pair of bloody keys to the home, and detectives say they found her mother's eyeballs removed from their sockets and placed on top of a cardboard box in the garage. Montero Balla was killed with glass shards and had suffered wounds to the head, arms, chest and stomach, they added. Investigators also found several handwritten notes throughout the home with religious undertones related to clearing of the soul.
special thanks to RG Channel's contributor T. Martin.
And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Also follow us on the usual media for more interesting information like this.
Channel moderators are Jer Shax and Michael Thomas. Thanks for your diligence and dedication.
Fight their asses.